For years, women's groups have complained about sexy SuperBowl ads. So many are hailing this year's game as a sign of progress. There were far fewer ads catering to the male gaze, and many new ones that promoted women's causes and scolded men for their moral shortcomings. Well, apparently, Sports Illustrated didn't get the feminist memo. And just a few days after the Super Bowl, its annual swimsuit issue came out. Gender activists are not amused. Well, are they right to be offended? That's coming up next on The Factual Feminist. Now, I can understand why many parents would not want their kids to see this particular cover while they're waiting in line at the grocery store. There's probably many conservative or religious people who might take offense. I, for one, hope that store owners find discreet ways of displaying it. But the gender activist critics are not arguing for public decorum. Instead, they consider it politically regressive for women to be treated as eye candy for men. Peggy Drexler, Cornell University psychologist, put it this way: if the point isn't to objectify women for the pleasure of the male gaze, why has no one created a counterpart magazine featuring a scantily dressed man? Well, here is the Factual Feminist reply. For better or worse, popular culture is full of highly sexualized images of women. I mean, look at Beyonce or Rihanna videos or Cosmo. Scantily clad bodies are everywhere. But feminist critics, they're not objecting to women being sexy or underdressed. It's the male gaze that troubles them. Now, anyone who studied gender theory will probably have read about the evils of the male gaze. In 1975, a feminist theorist named Laura Mulvey published a paper that faulted conventional cinema for its phallocentric assumptions, whereby men were active viewers and women passive objects. In her words, woman then stands in patriarchal culture as signifier for the male other, bound by a symbolic order in which man can live out his fantasies and obsessions and whatever. For the record, gaze theory has no standing as social science. It has no hypotheses that can be tested. It's just a fanciful theory confined to gender studies programs. But graduates of those programs keep turning up in the media, carrying on about the insidiousness of the male gaze. Well, what about Drexler's point that if sexy images were empowering, men would be posing for them too? Well, that's been tried. There was once this magazine, Playgirl, and it featured sexy men in erotic poses. Well, it went broke. Its primary market turned out to be gay men, and women were less interested. And according to the Cambridge Women's Pornography Cooperative, this is what works for women. Women seem to be less focused on sexualized imagery than are gay and straight men. And gender activists, they mostly leave the gay gaze alone, but they have declared open season on straight guys. Well, here is the Factual Feminist verdict. The rights and wrongs of mass media sexuality, those should be debated in terms of public manners, not of gender power or selective shaming. The frenzied policing of straight male sexuality is a dead end. Well, what do you think about the uplifting Super Bowl commercials? And do you think it would be good to promote gender equity if Sports Illustrated were to go in for images of beefy guys in Speedos and thongs? Well, I welcome your comments. And if you like this series, please show your support by subscribing and following me on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for watching The Factual Feminist.